Welcome. My name is Chris Moss, and I will be your instructor for your Math 213 Lab for Statistics course this semester. Your Math 213 course is designed to help support your work in your Math 13 Elementary Statistics course. So I would like to go ahead and introduce you to your Canvas course shell for your lab course. So I'm going to share my screen, and we're going to go through the first weeks or so of assignments. If you've seen my video for your elementary stat course, this is going to be a very similar sort of exercise. So please follow along with me. There we go. Oh, there's the screen. There we go. So when you log into your Math 213 Lab for Statistics course, you'll find yourself on your home screen here. Very much like the elementary statistics Canvas course shell, everything is organized pretty much the same. On the right-hand side, we have upcoming things to do. On the left-hand side, we have tabs to navigate through the Canvas course shell. We have a syllabus, lays out the detail of the Canvas course shell and your Math 213 Lab for Statistics. I will let you read that at your own leisure. We have modules. This is where most of your work will be done. I'll come back here in a moment. We also have a couple of other things. Discussions is another important one. You're able to check your grades. And down here, we have access to Zoom, our library, and our tutoring lab. Now, let's take a look at your first module. This will take you pretty much through the first week, and it's very similar to the module in your Math 13 course. We have a first assignment, and very much like that particular assignment, we've got a video to watch, we've got something to do, we have a submission to make. I'm going to go ahead and start the assignment and run through the details. Again, this is similar to what you saw in the Math 13 video, but repetition is good here. So I'm going to start my assignment, and I am asked to upload a file. I'm going to pick a picture. Let's see, I've got pictures somewhere on my computer. Everyone does. Here's some bamboo. We'll open up that, and then we will submit. You can tell you've successfully submitted your image when you see the confetti. Down below, we have a next key. This will take you to the next item in your module that needs working on. We also have a quiz here, very similar to the other quiz in the Canvas course shell for your stat course. Again, we have 45 minutes, and we allow you 3 attempts. And it's due September 4th, and it's available September, oh, it says 4 there. I'm going to make it available on the 3rd. In any case, you'll have your quiz, and we'll finish up with a discussion. Here again, students must participate in the discussion. If you do not, I will consider you a no-show, and you will be dropped. So I will need to know your name, what the word motivation might mean to you, and how do you motivate yourself for challenging tasks? And I'd like you to share a couple of methods that you've used in the past, and what might help restore your motivation after a significant setback. So please consider those questions. In the past, I've noted that students have actually done quite well on the discussions. The discussions are utterly different, if you will, than arithmetic or math or statistics or anything like that. And people really have taken to these discussions in a nice way. So if I come back up to modules, that takes me through my first module. What I do for my students, and let me stop my sharing here. So students will get an update pretty much at the start of every week as to what needs to be done that particular week, what's due, what's coming up. And I really try to reach out and poke at students. You'll get regular updates for office hours and the like. And at the end of the day, working online really means staying involved online. So I will poke at you, and I'll make sure you stay on task. And I'll want to have an enjoyable semester, and I hope you do too. So I'll say goodbye for now. I'm done with my sharing, and we'll get started on our upcoming semester. Thank you so much for your time.